Hey, Leonardo.
Hey, hello, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join us and kind of let the community know about what you're building as well. So I guess to kind of kick it off, like, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Yeah, sure. So I came from the IT industry. I have like 10 years of experience in IT projects, development, and project management. Then, and in the last 6 years, I'm working with esports and digital influence. So I got good opportunities. I was national champion in CSGO female, CSGO, PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, and so on. And then in the last company, Final Levels, it was a content company. We started building a solution for NFTs collectibles, with integrations with all the streaming platforms, so Twitch and so on. And suddenly, well, I got this great opportunity of creating a new project, a new product, with this vision that play-to-earn games in Brazil would still be possible, and not only possible, but maybe the best kind of projects for in crypto for Brazil at the moment. And here we are. I
Yeah,
mean,
so just kind of like going over it a little bit. So I have dual
sure.
monitors, so I'm gonna look this way really quickly. But yeah, just kind of going into like the gaming side of it as well. So
Yeah.
with these, like, I see that you guys have different types of attributes for different characters, like different items. Can you go a little bit more
Yes.
into like what
Sure.
they are?
So we have, because we are focusing, well, I am Brazilian. We are all Brazilian. We're 24 people here in the office in São Paulo. And because we are mostly attacking the Brazilian market and Latin America, for say, because all the markets are very similar in Latin America, and Brazil is the biggest. We have a huge concern about having always our entry barrier really low for the people who doesn't have like $500 to join the game, the community. So what we did was we designed a scheme of NFTs where the androids, for instance, are always cheap and available, so they can always buy the androids. But when you look at the spaceships that allows you to go from one planet to the other and just to look for the best resources, and so on, and even carry more troops, more androids, improving a lot your earnings. This is a space exploration game. The first phase is a space exploration game where you're looking for resources in different planets, different galaxies. Um, this is the balance. The spaceships are scarce and more expensive. We have the average launch price around 350 for $400, but having packs from 100, 150 to $1,000. So this is some like the strategy. We really need to keep the entry barrier low so that people can start experiencing the game and then the environment, the community, buying the androids really cheap, and then they get enrolled with the play to earn. They can start looking for the spaceships, even buying one or trying to craft one using the resources that they gather in the planets. That's how it goes. And then of course, we have the equipments, the androids and the spaceships we are selling, we're dropping, but the equipments must be crafted by the players using the resources
Mm.
that they get during the journey. And in the future, of course, we have the first phase. First phase is really space exploration, strategic game. You make your choices. You choose your troops. You choose your equipments and which planets you want to explore. And the second phase is more like a very competitive PvP arena. So then we will have the planets and the monsters as NFTs as well.
I like how you have on the website. If you look at these, like some of the spaceships are kind of like flowing around.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's really cool. Yeah, and like another
Glad
good
you
thing is
like.
also having it to where like the hammers, right? Like the items, you make the androids cheap so that they can be onboarded, but it takes it to where you have to play in order to make these items. Um, and
Yeah.
kind of like a little bit more as well. So like some of your posts on here as well. So kind of like seeing some of the animations of the
Mhm.
androids being posted on here.
I mean, we are really on an early stage. We haven't really started pushing everything, socials and so on. This is a very good opportunity to start talking about it. But if you go a little bit further on the details, we have this huge partnership with Você Sabia. We have also other businesses with Você Sabia. Você Sabia is the third biggest YouTube channel in Brazil. If you look for it, you will find that we have more than 60 million followers in all the platforms. And this is the main focus for awareness. But as you know, awareness and conversion are very different things. So we use Você Sabia mostly for awareness, for the big numbers. And then we also have as marketing campaigns, influencers in the crypto world and finance and gaming that would bring this hot audience, let's say, and increase the conversion rates. That's how we go. We were focusing on having the best team on board, the best team of partners, advisors, and so on. And next steps are really to start pushing marketing really hard and bringing the community, converting our own community to the game, and starting all the next steps.
Yeah, and kind of like I kind of want to dig into your your esports background. You said that you were playing professionally for CS:GO. It was CS:GO and a few other ones as well, right?
Yeah.
So what made you kind of shift into blockchain gaming?
Yeah, so I was not playing, but I was the team owner. So I
Hmm.
brought to Brazil the idea, the concept of gaming offices. By that time, 6 years ago, all the teams here in Brazil were working with gaming houses, and I was looking at Europe and so on, and everyone was started moving from the gaming houses to the gaming offices. So I had a lot of clients, all the teams in Brazil. I started really thinking about being a service provider, to be an insider, and then having my own teams, and the opportunities appeared. So I got a few teams, and I was able to be national champion with my teams in CSGO, female CSGO, PUBG, and Rainbow Six Siege, all the main leagues. Also, my partners are also involved with Valorant, League of Legends, and so on. So we have participated in all the major leagues here in Brazil. And
Yeah,
then,
I was a semi owner of one of the Fortnite teams in Vietnam.
oh,
So like
nice.
I understand how that goes, that whole industry. And yeah, like literally for us too, it's like we have them train, scrim, kind of do all these things to kind of improve. And they actually went on to champions, the first Fortnite championship. The only thing that set us back
Nice.
though, because they're in Vietnam, was unable to get a visa over to the US.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
man.
I see. We have faced these issues too. We went to Canada, and then that was crazy. But I mean, you know what I mean, right? We live gaming is in our DNA. So being part of the greatest movement, the greatest upgrade from the gaming industry, we must to do it. You know that this was the feeling, and we thought no, we understand that we have all the ingredients to provide to the community, to the Brazilian community, to Latin American community, emerging countries, the best products, because we are seeing at the moment a lot of projects raising that are not really, let's say, sustainable in an economic way. We know the problems that the segment is facing at the moment, a lot of scams and so on. And we really wanted to bring to Latin America the first really reliable project. And the game is the best platform. It's the easiest to learn. And this strategic game really more like an idle game, almost an idle game. So people can start playing really easily. Even people who never played before, they can start playing and can start earning the tokens and so on, the resources. So this is the first step, right? For this community that doesn't even have a wallet and so on, like Axie did with the Philippines, it's very important for us to have this first step, a first really good project, a reliable project that people can play, spend time and maybe money, invest a little bit more, and have the true benefits of the technology, of the platform, of the moment that we are living with crypto and NFTs, right?
Yeah, and kind of like seeing how the ease of usability too. Like whenever we're saying like, hey, look, we're like for us as team owners, like we're like, hey, look, we need to scour for talent. For them,
Hmm.
it's it's if it's in a local area, it's like you have thousands of applications, everyone wanting to be a part of it. But especially in a competitive sense, it's really hard to kind of weed those out. But in a virtual environment, to where you can source from anonymous people to just play in tournaments and everything like that now brings a bigger tournament style user base. So
Correct.
like also bringing them an opportunity too, because some of them don't understand that, hey, look, you can play and you can actually earn money.
Yes.
So so that's kind of like
That's a huge
the part
difference.
of it.
Yeah, so that's a huge difference. And everyone who is looking for, here in Brazil, we have the situation. We have 25% of the people earns less than $2 a day. They're considered by the World Bank as poor people, right? 25%. This is a lot of people. We have 216 million people in Brazil, and when you look at it, you see that people in Brazil, we have all kinds of people. Of course, there are people that have a lot of money. But what we wanted to do with the project is to allow people who doesn't have, 1,000, 2,000 to invest to play. They can invest a lot less and enroll with the game. Even we are enabled by IQ protocol. You see our partners. We have IQ protocol. We have Transfero. We have 1% as developers and so on. IQ protocol, NFT rentals, we are supposed to be one of the first games that will be launching already with the NFT rentals powered by IQ. So this for the Brazilian community allows a lot of scenarios. So people that doesn't have money can participate in the game in a way that they would not be able to do it without high investments. So this is really cool. We also have 1% of our tokens are designated to this social fund that we will give to social projects. We already have one approved really big project in the favelas. We agreed just yesterday with one of the biggest retail sellers here in Brazil that they will give cell phones and notebooks, and we will give the tokens and NFTs for these families, these kids to play in the favelas, and they will start earning, they will start changing their lives, even increasing their earnings like 2 or 3 times per month. So this is really good for us, and this is really what we are doing. We know that we have at the moment in the segment we have a lot of games, a lot of projects really that are not concerned about true impact in the lives of the people. And here in Brazil, we have this. We have the power. We have everything that we need to bring this to, it's supposed to be the first project to really bring this to the people. So this is really important for us. And this is what we are aiming for.
Yeah, because if you look at like, especially for a lot of countries around the world, like their own currency, sometimes it's not as good to utilize. It's easier to kind of have a safeguard by going and work and not working, but like playing a game and being able to make money off of that. Like it helps the whole economy in total.
Yes.
Another thing as well is like, are you guys only focusing on Brazil, or are you guys going to be expanding to other regions as well?
Marketing is like 85% Brazil. That's how it goes. But all our materials, our social networks and so on will always be in English and the native language Portuguese. Here in Brazil, that's also something that maybe the people doesn't know, but the people in Brazil doesn't really speak English. And at school, we don't have good English to learn. My English, I learned everything from the games. So I didn't have good English classes in the school. And this is how it is. If we don't speak the native language, people cannot understand what the project is. If you don't open a camera and tell them that this is what we are doing in Portuguese, it's really hard to have everyone, all the classes, all the social classes involved in the project. And this is where we are aiming for. This is why we have this huge partnership with the YouTube channel, the third biggest YouTube channel, to spread the information to everyone. At the moment here in Brazil, we are in this phase where we are all the projects that are working seriously with Brazil must focus in education. We need to educate the people about the technology, about crypto, about blockchain, about NFTs. If we don't do it properly, people will. Well, we are always in Brazil. We are always 1, 2, 3 years behind in everything. So technology, everything that is happening in the US, Europe, Asia, the top technologies, they almost always. We are a couple of years behind. And this is the first time that I see that the technology is allowing people to benefit from the technology, even in a really close timeline from what is going on the rest of the world. And it's really hard to get good, it's a package. You must have a good entrepreneur, good capital, community, understanding of the local rules, to bring everything together with good timing is really hard. And I think ours is one of the projects that can do it.
Yeah, I remember like with Vitalik was playing World of Warcraft, and he had his warlock. One of his items was nerfed. He was like, screw this centralized system. So he created Ethereum. And then me, I used to be basically for CS:GO, I was a market maker. So I would basically buy items at cheaper prices, sell them for higher prices, so I controlled some of the markets. And then
Yeah.
after a while, it was against their terms of service, so my account had thousands of dollars of like these knife skins, and
Oh,
overnight I was no longer able to sell them. So
yeah.
even for like early days of NFTs technically, but yeah, so we're starting to kind of get to towards this this final end of it as well. So like if the community wants to reach out to you, learn more about you, like how would they be able to find you?
Yeah, correct. As I mentioned, it's a really early stage, but you can find at universus.gg. That's our website that you were showing, right? And in Instagram, you can find universus.game. There's this first information. Also in the website, you can find the Discord community where me, myself, I am there every day. So we can chat there.
Yeah, and once again, thank you for taking the time out of your day today to kind
No,
of
thank
let
you.
them know about like especially the gaming side. You know, like a lot of people need to kind of dive into more games. But once again, thanks for the time.
No, thank you for having us. See you,
Thank you.
Mike.
All right, bye.
See you, bye.